I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Cap Nation Live. I don't want to be here, but we're somehow here, ready to rock, ready to roll, feeling like still a bag of ass today. Good morning, everybody. See, the live chat is absolutely rolling this morning. Love it. Joe, Tim, Anthony, Mr. Crowder, what's going on? Michael, what's going on? Leon, Mr. Ross Pitt, Zach Key, Nick Martinez, what is going on? Chef Bear in the house. Shane, what's going on? Dick Kick Actual, what's going on, buddy? Who else is here? Let's see. Ryan McGee, what's going on, sir? Good morning. If I miss you, I do apologize. I'm just skimming through it really fast. Jesse T, what's going on? Juan, good morning. Ty, good morning. Long time no see, buddy. Everybody else tuning in, what's going on? Good morning. For everybody that doesn't know, yet again, another morning, COVID negative. Sick with a head cold and congestion and all that crap. But again, COVID negative. And I am the only one in the office. Until Monday, that is. Alex, good morning, sir. Mike, good morning. Charles, good morning. Mr. Burke, good morning. Alex, this morning sucked. I thought I was actually getting better and on track and completely more gunked up, more snot, more head congestion today. So hopefully I'll be able to clear it out. Throat's a little bit better, but other than that, I'm here. I'm ready to rock and roll, ready for a big day. Game of the week winner yesterday, so I'm excited. Bobby Long, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. I just did one of those sinus flushes, so hopefully it'll clear some of that crap out. But man, I do apologize. An hour late start this morning just wasn't happening for me this morning. Just was not happening for me this morning. And I was moving slower than a fucking turtle, excuse me. But it's the absolute truth, man. I was moving around slow. In the office, I mean, I was slow to get to work, let alone slow in the office. But nonetheless, we're here. We made it, and now we're ready to go. Ronald, my brother, what's going on? Thank you, appreciate that. Joshua, good morning. So we got a nice crowd building on this beautiful and blessed Saturday morning. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely excited and ready to rock and ready to roll. And ready to have a good time, that's for sure. That is for sure. Ready to have a good time, ready to put some money in my pocket, in your guys' pocket. Alex said, Kyle, the wife said to take 24-hour Sudafed. I might switch over to Sudafed. I've been on that Mucus XDM, but doesn't seem to be helping much. Ross Pitt says, let's have a great day. I agree. Definitely needing of a great day today, and I think we'll get it. Give me 1 second here. Alrighty, so I'm definitely ready to rock and roll. We did win the game of the week yesterday. Yet again,
businesses need insurance.
Another winner yesterday. And I expect the same thing on a guaranteed Saturday again today. Joe says, do I like Freeland's strikeout prop? I don't know. I got to take a look at it. Got to take a look at it. May you get a little more volume, please. I think we're pretty much maxed out on volume. That might be on your side there, sir. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm pretty much maxed out on volume. I mean, I could go a tad bit higher like there, but other than that, volume is on the high side. Alrighty, so what do we got planned for today? We are going to look at some baseball, look at some NFL. We're going to bring FC on to talk about UFC. William tuning in via text. Good morning, sir. Hope you're doing well, brother. Give me 1 second, folks. Alrighty, so I'm looking forward to having FC on the program. By the way, a near sweep yesterday of Bellator. The last fight, that Russian tapping out, literally at the bell. Other than that, he killed it. It was either 8-1 or 9-1 if you read all the write-ups. I like this by this, like that by that. All them juicy extra props. I like the over in this one, the under in that one. Max fight pick winner yesterday. All of that good stuff. If you don't have sound, that's on you because there's definitely sound. That is for sure. Glenn W. in the house. What's going on? Hot Atlanta, all aboard. The train will be leaving, says Ross Pitts. We're going to make it a good day, that's for sure. We got some good soccer up on the website. So interesting baseball today. I think there's a lot of traps. So please proceed carefully. Jeff, what's going on, my brother? Glenn W. says, how about the Bellator Max fight pick? Easy winner. Easy winner yesterday. Yet again, another Bellator Max fight pick winner. He's never lost one for you guys, and he doesn't put them out all the time. I mean, hell, you guys may not see another Bellator Max fight pick for 2 months. You just never know. You just never know. So when he has them, you've got to take full advantage of it. But he does have a UFC Max fight pick later today. We got UFC today. I am super pumped, man. Super pumped, especially after the Bellator yesterday. And he told everybody yesterday on the live show, yesterday was a money-making event to give you even more money for what you will get today out of the UFC. So if you're not on, now's the time to come on. Plus, he gave you guys all 2 free ones during the live show. And that was always a good time. But yeah, we'll have him on. We'll have him on the show a little bit later. And we'll see what kind of fun that we can have today. All right, guys? Oregon says, not fair. I was asking his picks yesterday. Nobody responds. Well, then hit the rewind button. You know, that's the good thing about the live show is all you had to do is hit the rewind button and listen. No, it's not. It's nobody else's responsibility to tell you what was given out. Hit the rewind button. Hit it as many times as you can hit it until you understand what he gave out. James has finally got a chance to jump on the premium package. Thank you, sir. Actually, I just saw that right now. Thanks for jumping on board the 3-day package. Lamar, thanks for jumping on board UFC, as well as Guaranteed Saturday, as well as the Max Fight Pick. You're going to be all set today. Michael and Ronald, thanks for jumping on board the UFC. Daryl, thanks for jumping on board the UFC, as well as Joshua, everybody else. Antoine, Mr. Burke as well, jumping on board that Max Fight Pick. You guys are going to be ready to rock and roll. He had it the dog of the night last night. He was just absolutely on fire. Every write-up was a winner. And every write-up, even if it was a stay away, had extra winners in it. Brian, we don't have just college football package. As I was saying yesterday, we have our premium plays and my personal plays. You buy one of those packages, it will include college football. But we don't just sell straight a college football package. The sheriff is in town. Everybody best behave. And again, Oregon, if you just want his picks, don't be cheap. It's $29.99. As much free shit as we've given you, and as free shit as, FC's given you, it's only $29.99 for his UFC fight card. Just go to the website and purchase it. Then you'll have all of them. And then there'll be no question, and you won't be sitting around waiting for, somebody else to repeat what he gave out. No problem, Brian. Anytime, man. Zach, thanks for jumping on board FC's Guaranteed Max Fight Pick. And by the way, UFC's shaping up to be a good one. UFC is shaping up to be a good one, but don't forget that sleeper of Guaranteed Saturday. You have until 1 p.m. Eastern time to get on board Guaranteed Saturday. And that's going to be a good one as well. Thank you, Joe. Got that one taken care of. Mr. Brackens, good morning, sir. Good morning. Oh, man. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll this morning, and ready to have just a damn good day. And no doubt about it, I believe it's coming. I believe we're going to have a good one today, folks. And we're going to take a look at a lot of things. By the way, if you were on... Well, hello there, all the viewers, all of a sudden. Welcome. We haven't had this many viewers in a while. Make sure you guys get off your asses and hit the thumbs up button. The camera is frozen, but you guys are a little bit behind because I got that one taken care of a little bit ago there. But thank you guys. Thanks for pointing that one out. If you were on my game of the week yesterday, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Cap Nation. Back that Brinks truck up. We're going to do it again today. I'm working on a members-only video today. And I'm under the weather, so I still got to put in the research and the work. But I've got one in the hopper. And what that means is I just need to verify the information, make sure that we're all good to go. Make sure that we're all good to go. Make sure it's on. And then we'll be good. Hurricane coming right for you guys. If you guys are in the path of a hurricane, please be careful. Brian says, what is your game of the day? What is our guaranteed Saturday today? You'd have to sign up for that one. But what was my game of the week yesterday? Game of the week yesterday was the Braves run line -1.5. Arnaud, after signing that new contract extension, popping a 2-run home run in the beginning of the game. Never looking back with old Maxie boy on the mound, pitching 9 complete shutout innings yesterday for us. Getting the job done. By the way, if you guys didn't watch the daily free play video, soccer today. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free for the soccer package only. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free of soccer today and today only until midnight. I know a bunch of you have already taken advantage of that. Also, if you buy the 1-year soccer package, which is $1,000, you get 2 weeks of system plays for free. And if you already have the system play season package, then we will probably get you something else of value that's good for you. So today's definitely the day to pick up the soccer. That is for sure. Red hot yesterday, 2-in-1 day. And going to be another good one. Tanner, thanks for jumping on board the UFC Max Fight Pick. James, thanks for jumping on board System Plays. I see that you just signed up for that. 2 of them for today. All right, without further ado, time to jump into some baseball because we are going to bring FC on the program. So we're going to be going through it kind of fast. I hope you guys don't mind. Obviously not going to hit every game today. A lot of football to talk about. A lot of money to be made. Cincinnati squeezing it in for us yesterday. I don't think I've lost one for you guys yet in the preseason. It takes some Excedrin. Bear with me for a second. Edward says, get those likes up. It's Saturday. Usually something good on the way. Generally speaking. Alrighty, so. Man, there's a good Belarus soccer game brewing right now with Slavomoiza getting their asses kicked. I like seeing that one. Make a little bit of room here. Get ready for everything. Neverez, what's going on? Another day, another dollar. Another game of the week winner yesterday. And going to be a big guaranteed Saturday winner today. I'm actually surprised Monaco's still sitting at a 0-0 at the half. I'm actually surprised they haven't popped one yet, put one in the back of that goal. If you guys are in the a path of a hurricane or any type of weather, be safe. Okay, be safe. Plan ahead. Thomas. The poll is spinning. Even though the board, I tried doing everything to reset this sucker, and it is stuck on connecting. It is stuck on connecting. And can't get it to do anything. Try restarting it again. But yeah, the boards, I think we broke the board with all those winners the other day. Edward, do I have FanDuel yet? No, not yet, but soon, man. Soon. I'm jealous. Soon, it's coming. It's coming. I was just looking last night, believe it or not. DraftKings is allowing us to at least download the app now and get ready for when they start. But yeah, it's coming soon. Thomas says, fire your IT guy, right? We should. Definitely should. See if it'll I mean, I've been trying to reboot it for days. For 2 days now. And, FanDuel just says it's coming. We'll get it soon. Trust me. We'll be at the openings. They were talking the day of the regular season in the NFL, so we'll see when that happens. Edward, we've been in talks. Been in talks with FanDuel. Don't know what the outcome will be just yet. But we have been in talks. Oh, excuse me. Ross Pitt says he's still at this reggae festival. It's going to miss. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it because we've got some good stuff to talk about. Hold on one second. What is this notification here? Alrighty. Man, I'm moving slow at a turtle's pace, so I do apologize, guys. I do apologize. We're a tad bit on the slow side today. Okay, tad bit on the extreme slow side. Thank you, Peter. Thanks for jumping on board for the UFC as well. I do see that. Corey says, any bets yet? Nope. Not yet. Just the ones all of our premium play members have. Or my personal play members. If you're on my personal plays, they out. They're out. They're ready to rock. They're ready to roll. And so am I. So am I. Give me 1 second, folks. Just making sure everybody that is on my plays is getting them. Just double checking to make sure. Okay. Ready to rock, ready to roll. That first game, Twins, Yankees. Cole versus Maeda. It's a good pitching matchup if you ask me. Maeda definitely capable of getting tagged for 3-4 runs. It happens. It happens often. But at the same time, will this be a pitcher that can finally cool off those Yankees bats? Yankees were hot yesterday. Yankees have been hot, putting up them runs. Winners of 8 straight, 9-1 in their last 10. cooling off the Twins that were hot. They're now 6-4 in their last 10. The Yankees are laying minus 230 on the money line, plus 208 for the Twins. Garrett Cole on the mound, minus 1.5 for the run line, minus 123. Plus 1.5 is plus 103 for the Twins. First 5 numbers, Yankees still laying that big number, minus 225 on the money line with Cole on the mound. First 5 is set at 4. The Twins team total over 2.5. The Yankees team total is set at over 4.5. When you take a look at Kenta Maeda, pitched a nice gem against Tampa Bay in his last outing. Gave up 3 hits, no runs. He had 4 strikeouts and a walk over 6 complete innings. His outing against the Astros on the 8th of August. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings. The Reds got him for 5 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings. But he also struck out 9 Cincinnati Reds. He's got 18 strikeouts over the last 3 games. Taking a look at old Cole, 11-6 on the year. 3.04 ERA with a .97 whip. 185 Ks, 29 walks through 136 innings. His last outing against the Angels, he went 5 2/3, which is it's definitely petering off from his production, the entire month of, July, where we seen him going, I guess he did get tagged by the Mets in July and he only went 3 1/3. Oh my Lord, Monaco going down a goal to RC Lens. Don't worry, we're not on that one, but I was watching that. I almost took that myself. As a matter of fact, I've got them in a big parlay, so I guess we could throw that parlay right in the shit box. But Cole got tagged by the Mets, went 3 1/3. But we saw a complete game against the Astros on the 10th where he went 9 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, had 12 strikeouts. This guy is an absolute strikeout machine as of late. His last 5 games, he's got no less than 8 strikeouts, 9, 10, 8, 11, and 12. Before that, 6 to 7 was about the norm. I'm sure his strikeout prop today against the Twins is going to be in the 9 range. Make me want to lay off of it. It's actually 7.5. And that's enticing. That is really enticing. 7.5 minus $1.20. Kenta Maeda is sitting over 6, over 5.5 as well. The 5.5 for Kenta Maeda, he'll probably hit it, but I do believe that's going to be a wild card because the Yankees have been just absolutely slugging the ball as of late. But if we go back to yesterday's game between these two and we take a look at the stat tracker, the Twins struck out a total of 10 times yesterday. All right, the Twins struck out a total of 10 times. Cortez recorded 7 of those in 7 innings. In order for us to cash on a Cole prop, he'll have to hit 8 or more, and he's going to have to do it in 5 or 6 innings. I do like the Cole strikeout prop. I do like the Garrett Cole strikeout prop. I kind of like the Maeda strikeout prop over 5.5, but I gotta, the juice that you gotta lay on it, minus 156, I gotta stay away from it. But the Garrett Cole, if the board would fucking connect, this is what I get just connecting. Just throw that shit in the shitter. If the board would connect, Garrett Cole his strikeout prop over 7.5 minus $1.20 at BetOnline would be on the board. But I am going to put it in the chat. Garrett Cole over 7.5 Ks. Minus $1.20. Make sure you guys put that one in. That'll be a nice one. Zach Key, I've already done that, brother. I actually unplugged it when I left the office late last night, plugged it back in this morning as well. I've tried absolutely everything. I've disconnected the Ethernet cord, hoping that it would connect offline, and I've tried everything with that thing. Tried absolutely everything. It's funny, they actually sent asking me to review it yesterday, so I gave them it always gives us a hard time, so I gave a nasty review. We'll see if they call me. Yeah, Shane, let me check real quick, brother. Everything is a little slow on my end today, so not only am I slow, but everything's slow. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me check some things, all right? And then I'll log back in and I'll check for you, Shane. Give me a minute. I'll do it during the live show, though. There we go. It should be refreshing on my end right now. Yeah, Joe, definitely. Alex, the poll is spinning. Emmanuel, what's going on, sir? How are you? Charles, system plays. You have to go to the system play page, but I can see in your account you have access to the system plays. You just have to go to that page. They're on a different page, sir. Just like you have access to Guaranteed Saturday today. I'm pulling up your account now, Shane. It's finally allowing me to search, but we got a lot of Johnsons. A lot. Let's see. No UFC. It did not go through. Bellator, yes. I see your Bellator package, but not the Bellator purchases from yesterday, but not the UFC. Bellator, yes, from yesterday, though. Which I know you cleaned up on, brother. Because we all did. By the way, if you are a YouTube exclusive member, I need you to do two things. If you are a YouTube exclusive member, meaning your name is in green. If your name is in green, first of all, if your name is in green, back the Brinks truck up. Air Fryer Nation, baby. If you got it, let's see it. And then, second, and most importantly, what I need from all of our YouTube exclusive members. If you are a YouTube exclusive member and you have not viewed our community page right here on YouTube today, then you need to. Here is a link. Click on that link if you are a YouTube exclusive member. And go to the community page. There is a members only post that only YouTube exclusive members can see. You guys all should want to see that for today. Look at all them Cap Nations Brinks trucks, baby. Back them on up. But again, I'll post that link again because you guys got it flying through the chat. But from time to time, we throw out some fun stuff and some benefits to being a YouTube exclusive member. And I've kind of dropped the ball, especially on the benefit side of it. So I'm going to start stepping that up with exclusive deals and offers and stuff like that for all of our YouTube exclusive members. So make sure you go view that page if you're a YouTube exclusive member. And there'll be some other really big stuff here in a little bit. Excuse me. And if you're not a YouTube exclusive member, Neverez, you're welcome, brother. Thank you for being a member. And if you're not a YouTube exclusive member, click that join here button. Become a YouTube exclusive member. Because I will more than likely have a video out for later today. It's in the hopper. I'm just waiting for confirmation on a couple key players. And then we'll be able to have some action. Because we're overdue for a win this week for members only. Trying to be extremely selective and keep that win rate extremely high. But sometimes you got to wait for that information. So that should be coming here soon. And then we'll be locked and loaded, ready to roll. But if you're not a YouTube exclusive member, it's very beneficial to do it. Guys, if you haven't already done so, please do give us a big thumbs up. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. I'm sicker than shit right now. COVID negative, by the way. COVID negative. Test it again every day. And only one in the office, or else I'd be at home. But again. But anyways, back to the Yankees. Back to the Yankees. I do like his strikeout prop for Garrett Cole. We did put that one up on the board virtually because it's jammed. We put it in the live chat. I do lean towards the Yanks here. Not sure I really want to take them on the run line though. Total on this one sitting low, 7.5. Obviously, pitchers duel. Red card on RC Lens. Can Monaco make a late comeback and save my monster parlay? Shane says the crowd is growing again. The crowd's growing because, obviously football's back, and the crowd's only going to get bigger. The crowd's only going to get bigger. And should only get better. But again, do lean towards the Yankees. Just, I just don't know if I really want to pull the trigger on them laying 1.5. It's probably a safe bet. I mean, it's the Yankees. They're absolutely killing it lately. So, if you guys made me choose between the two, I would definitely put my money on the Yankees. That's for sure. Got to take a snaz blowing break. See you guys in like 10 seconds, all right? Just got to blow the old snaz, and I don't want to do it on the camera because, no, not going to happen. Anyways, we'll see you guys in 10 seconds. Easy does it. We're back. I got to blow my snaz. rather than having snot drip down my face and look like a little 3-year-old. Ronald says, I told you they're back. Definitely back. People are back. And we're going to have a good time. So, as far as the total goes, the Yankees' bats are hot. You got to be able to cool them off. I do lean towards the over in this one, over 7.5 in this early game. By the way, this game starts in 40 minutes. Starts in 40 minutes. And looking like a good one. Looking like a good one. All right, so we're going to bounce around. Bubeck and the Royals beating the Cubs yesterday. Not Bubeck, but the Royals beating the Cubs. They get Bubeck on the mound today, going up against Thompson. It's the Cubs. They won 2 straight. We got kind of excited, and their bats went cold yesterday. Yet again. They get Thompson, who, believe it or not, with a winning record for the Chicago Cubs. Keegan Thompson, he's got 40 2/3 innings pitched so far, with 43 strikeouts, 21 walks, with his 2.21 ERA. What to expect out of him on the mound today? His last outing, he's generally coming in for an inning or two. He did get 3 innings against Arizona back on the 23rd of July. Pitched a nice game there. He generally comes in for an inning and saves the day. We're going to get Chris Bubeck for the Royals, and, his last outing did not go so swell. I don't even think he made it 2 innings. No, 1 1/3 against St. Louis. They absolutely murdered him. They put up 7 runs on 9 hits. He only got 4 outs. That was it. And then he was out of the game. Recorded a strikeout and a walk, and gave up 2 home runs out of those 9 hits. And they just absolutely demolished him. They got the best of him in that game. He's going to give up some runs. No doubt about it. It's just a matter of, how many do they give up? While I want to lean in this game towards the Cubs team total over 4.5, that's my lean on this one. First of all, to me, I can't back the Cubs. I just can't. I can't. I do believe they will have opportunities for hitting their team total over 4.5, but I can't back it. I can't. I just can't put my money on it. Until the Cubs show some consistency, the Royals, they could put up runs. They could hang with the best of them. They may have a losing record. But keep in mind, they're playing the disaster of a Cubs right now. And you're going to give me 1.5 on them. I don't care if I got to lay $1.80, which it is. I do lean towards the Royals for the full game plus 1.5. But again, I got to steer clear of it. As far as the total goes, over 9.5, I think the Royals can keep it close. If the Cubs could pop that, their team total of 4.5, then obviously, the total on this one will probably go over. But again, I can't trust the Cubs to score 5 runs. I can't logically put my money on the Cubs to score 5 runs. I just can't. Too many inconsistencies. So again, going to steer clear of that one. Now, we've got something big brewing in LA today. The Mets and the Dodgers. That was a close game yesterday. The Dodgers totally fucked up me having a winning day, excuse my language. We had them laying 1.5. They gave up that shoddy run on some horrible fielding. Ended up winning the game 3-2. Their team total stayed under 4.5. And today we get Rich Hill, former LA Dodgers, going up against Max Scherzer, who's going to pitch lights out. Dodgers are laying 2.5 to 1, minus 250 for Scherzer and the Dodgers. Laying 1.5, they're minus 135. Rich Hill's been pitching fairly phenomenal for the Mets. But again, it's the Mets. They were in first place at one time, and you got to give them credit where credit is due. And here they are, third in the NL East. They're 2 games under 500. And they're just not stringing wins together. They've lost 2 straight to the Dodgers, 3-7 in their last 10. They get Rich Hill on the mound, who has a winning record. He's 6-4 on the year with a 4.08 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. He's got 196 strikeouts, on the year, 79 walks. When you take a look at it, his last outing, he's only been going, 3 innings in his last couple outings, but that's because he's been getting tagged early. He gave up 2 runs on 6 hits against San Francisco, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, against the Nationals. Only made it 3 innings. If he goes 5 or 6, or if they could even stretch 7 innings out of him, which I don't believe they'll get out of him. They got more than 6 innings once out of him this year, and that was 8 against Kansas City way back in the beginning of the season. I don't think they'll get that much production out of Rich Hill. He may be able to slow the Dodgers down for the most part for those first 3 to 5 innings. But after that, the Mets bullpen, which pitched phenomenal yesterday. What are they going to, in the spots that they were in, the jams that they were in, they got out of them. Lionel, thanks for joining the Cap Nation family. Thanks for joining. Glad to have you on board. Welcome to Air Fryer Nation. Everybody give Lionel a big warm welcome to all Air Fryer Nation. If you guys are OGs, you guys know what the Air Fryer Nation is. But when it's all said and done, Max Scherzer, we're going to get 6 innings out of him, 7 innings out of him today. And when it's all said and done, the Dodgers record a win. Just don't know if you can trust them laying 1.5 today in another game that is projected to be a very close game. Scherzer's strikeout prop is sitting over 7.5 minus $1.30. I'm not going to take it. Not going to take it because he's capable of going 6 innings and striking out 7 and giving up nothing. Rich Hill strikeout prop over 4.5. Knowing that you're going to get 3 to 5 out of him, I'm going to pass. Definitely going to pass on that one. Dodgers first 5 laying even more, minus 255 with Scherzer on the mound. To me, it's LA Dodgers or bust. Obviously, I can't lay 250. If I was going to take him, I would lay the 1.5 minus 135. But again, just don't know if I trust that much. Joe Free says Max Scherzer to record a win, minus 105. Don't know if I would take that myself personally for the sole fact that Jansen coming in, giving up a run in the 9th. Although he pitched, Jansen pitched for the Dodgers yesterday in that closing position. A nice save. Phenomenal. Did excellent work. Did excellent work. So I do like that. Now keep in mind, Alex says he likes no run in the first. Rich Hill did give up a run 2 games ago in the first. But for the most part, he's a shutdown pitcher right out of the gate. Scherzer, you got to be careful for. Because if he gets rocked, it's either he stayed in too long or he gets rocked early. But again, Houston got 1 off of him, 3 games ago in the first inning? But other than that, he's generally pretty rock solid. But keep in mind, those Dodger bats are hot, and they're hitting home runs. They didn't hit any yesterday, but they definitely didn't have the wind in their favor. Day game, that ball will be flying today. So be careful with that one. It just takes Rich Hill hanging one. And one of those starting 3 with the Dodgers, actually all 3 of them are capable to put one over the wall. All 3 are capable to put one right over the wall. Yeah, they haven't announced their official starting lineup. Be curious to see if Will Smith gets in the starting lineup today. Toby says he's good morning and at a rodeo listening to the best capper. Thank you, Toby. Definitely appreciate that, sir. But Alex, I definitely do like the no run in the first in the Dodger game. I definitely do. I can't believe Monaco cannot even with RC Lens, a player down, cannot, for the life of them, one, get a shot off, or two, put one in the back of the net. Especially with all that heavy pressure that they've got. Insane. All right, so taking a gander moving right along, and then we're going to jump into the NFL because we're way behind. We're supposed to be talking to FC right about now. And we got to get something else up on that board, that's for sure. That is for sure. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's talk about the Rangers and the Red Sox next. Rangers and the Sox coming up next. Give me 1 second, folks. Alrighty. Charles says that guy Jansen is scary. Definitely scary. Definitely. How many times have we lost because he's in there closing and he gives up the game? You know what I mean? No doubt about it. Manny to win by TKO. Manny to win, no doubt about it. That's a fact. All right, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to make a little live wager. Hold on, I got to make this mute that right there. I'm going to make a little live wager that Monaco against RC Lens ends in a draw. They're down one with 11 minutes plus stoppage time to go, 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go. They're up them. They've got a man up. Joe says my comment got deleted. What comment? I haven't deleted anything. Wave God says Yankees something. But I did just bet AS Monaco. By the way, live, guys. There's a little less than 12 minutes left in that game. Edward didn't delete anything. Joe, nobody's deleted anything, sir. Unless YouTube restricted it. But we haven't done anything. And the only people that could delete something would be either myself or Edward. And neither one of us has deleted anything. I'm going to be honest. So, we actually changed the structure of who can comment a little while ago. And it's been phenomenal. First of all, in order to comment, you have to be a YouTube subscriber. And you have to be a YouTube subscriber for a minimum of 5 minutes. So generally speaking, the haters are not coming in here anyways. And when they do, they're not a subscriber anyways. And then they subscribe and then they got to wait around 5 minutes to drop a hate comment. Their chances are they're not going to do it. But yeah, we changed it so you got to be a YouTube subscriber for a minimum of 5 minutes. And I can make that any time frame. I can make that 2 weeks, 10 minutes, whatever the case, a day, whatever the case may be. But in order to comment on the live show, you have to be a YouTube subscriber. For a minimum of 5 minutes. Oh, Joe, we know you're not a hater. We know that. I didn't say that. But I was just actually saying all it did was, I think, eliminate a lot of trash that comes here. Lonnie Smith, what games are we capping? Well, we were just breaking down some baseball, and we'll get right back to baseball. This is the barbershop of sports betting, so sometimes we talk about a lot of things, including life or whatever the case may fucking be. But we're going to get to the NFL here after this next breakdown, and then we'll bring in FC to talk UFC a little bit later. Alex says, good move. Me too. I agree with that one. And because chances are, remember that one time, like a month ago, we had one person in here that would just randomly change in accounts, and it was like post after post after post after post. They won't be able to do that. They won't be able to do that. So, that's always a good thing. But yeah, the draw plus 190. Plus 190 right now with less than 10 minutes to go. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. Joe K. Bobby Long, welcome to the family, sir. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Air Fryer Nation. You'll have access to that members-only video and all the perks of being a member. Remember, if you're a YouTube exclusive member, go look at the community page. If you are a YouTube exclusive member, go look at the community page. We put little perks in there from time to time. We like getting fired up, right, Ronald? We like it. I'd like it even more if Monaco could at least tie the damn game. I would love it, actually, because I have them in a big parlay that I think is going to cash, but they're the wild card. They were the wild card. I actually have it on the screen. But anyway, so hopefully they will be able to do some work for us. But anyways, back to the breakdowns. We're going to talk about. Lonnie says, this is my first year of handicapping. Excellent. Best advice that I could tell you, bet within your means and stay consistent. And keep watching the show. Michael, what's going on, sir? How are you, brother? Best advice as well, we could add to it, don't bet on shitty teams. All right, Rangers and the Red Sox, that's what we're going to talk about next. We get Lyles against Rodriguez. Should be another good game for somebody, that is. A little bit later of a game, a 7:10 Eastern time game. Jordan Lyles and his 5-10 record going up against Eduardo Rodriguez. Joe Free, guaranteed Saturday is $150. But you should go look at that YouTube community page. All members should go look at that YouTube community page, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Eduardo Rodriguez, through 116 complete innings, got 145 strikeouts, 36 walks. His last outing went 6 complete innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks against the Orioles. Shakhtar Slogorsk, Belarus soccer should be the soccer game of the year right there, up 4-0. I did bet that one on my own, though. That's part of my parlay. But RC Lens is going to murder my hopes and dreams. They're going to ruin my hopes and dreams of a big 9-team parlay. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Eduardo Rodriguez in his last outing, like we were saying, had a great game. Before that, had another great game. Went 5 1/3 against the Rays, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, had 8 strikeouts and a single walk. Against the Tigers, he went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 0 runs. He had 10 strikeouts, but he walked 4. Command of that strike zone has been a problem for Eduardo Rodriguez. Can't spit that one out there. However, his strikeouts have been phenomenal. 32 over the last 4 games. And just absolutely doing work. Oh, Monaco picks up a red card, you ding-dongs. There goes the hopes of our draw. Man, the pressure was on in that last 15 minutes. Chef Bayer, right? Gennaro, what's going on, sir? Thank you. Hi, right back at you, brother. Chef Bayer, right? They were up a man. They pick up a damn red card. And I was watching that game, and that pressure they were putting on, they were bound to score with the pressure that they were putting on. Complete domination. Eduardo Rodriguez, his strikeout prop is over 6.5 at plus 100 even money. Now, 3 of the last 4 games, he's recorded it. You take out the 1 inning where he was brought in against the Yankees. You take that out. He's actually recorded it 4 out of the last 5 if you take that 1 inning out. Anytime he's lasted over 3 innings, he's gotten it. 3 1/3 against the Blue Jays. He's still got 8 strikeouts. And he got tagged for 6 runs in that game. Eduardo Rodriguez, to have over 6.5 strikeouts is money. That one is money right there. And it's going up on the board. All right, that one is going up on the board. But the board's not working. Still trying to connect. So we're going to put it in the comment section. Eduardo Rodriguez of the Boston Red Sox, over 6.5. It's plus money at even money at plus 100. I will be putting that in the comment section right now. Chef Bayer, I can't believe Monaco picking up that red card. A minute plus stoppage time left. Excuse me. Can't believe that one. Can't believe that one. That's a tough one. But anyways, that's why they call it gambling. You can't win them all. Alrighty, so, by the way, we're 15 minutes away from the start of that Yankees game, which, by the way, there is a free play out on that one in the daily free play video. All right? There is a free play out in that one. All right, so as far as the rest of the game goes, where I think the game is going to be money is obviously the Red Sox are laying 310. Can't touch that one. The Red Sox laying 1.5 minus $1.67. I do like it. But, in a big but, not going to take it. But what I think will be money against Jordan Lyles is what he gives up. He gives up at least 5 runs in every game over the last 3 games, 5, 6, and 6. He did have a gem against Arizona where he gave up just 2 runs. Gave up 4 against the Tigers, 6 against Toronto going farther back. As of late, he gives up a lot of runs. The Red Sox team total over 5.5. I have 4 personal plays today. By the way, this is one of them. And there's your free play. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. We greatly appreciate it when you do. We greatly appreciate it when you do. So, free play. Red Sox team total over 5.5. You got to lay a little bit of juice with it. It was minus 130. I see that they've juiced it to minus $1.50. I'm going to steer clear of the Red Sox on the side, and I'm going to focus on only their team total. So please, when you are wagering, make sure you wager responsibly. All right, make sure you wager responsibly. And that you're not doing anything stupid. Joe Free says FanDuel has Eduardo Rodriguez over 6.5 at plus $1.10. Let's go. I like that, sir. I definitely like that. That one's looking good. That one's definitely looking good. All right, so we're going to take a quick gander at the NFL. Keep in mind it is preseason, so I'm not always betting it. More so for analysis, note-taking, and paying attention for what to expect later on in the season. Alrighty, so give me a minute here, just rolling through some things. Just double checking to make sure all my soccer bets are bet. By the way, soccer, buy 3 days, get 3 days free today and today only. Still 2 soccer games left. So grab 3 days of soccer, and we're going to double it for you absolutely free. Just double checking to make sure everything that I bet for soccer is in from those last 2 soccer plays. I'm actually going to throw them on a little parlay as well. Those last 2 that are available from our soccer guys. Give me 1 second, folks. RC Lenz with another goal. Right, Chef Bear? We had him on the ropes for a draw. And They fudged that one up, that's for sure. They fudged that one up. For sure. Alrighty, so without further ado, we're going to move right over to the NFL where we're going to have some flipping fun. Alright, flipping fun in the NFL. By the way, FC is waiting for us, so we're going to roll through this one quickly. By the way, one early game. We get the Bills and the Bears, oh my. The Bills and the Bears, oh my. Bills in their last outing beat the Lions 16-15. Week 1 preseason. The Bills getting that passing touchdown from Webb, and Trubisky getting a little bit of time. The Lions getting zero output from Boyle, Goff, and Blow. What to expect out of this one? The good old Bears. Bears, oh Bears, oh Bears. What to expect? They got the job done against Miami. That they did. That they did. You know, the Bears get Justin Fields, who's going to get some great playing time today. He went 14 of 20 for 142 yards and a passing touchdown. 5 rushes for 35 yards and a rushing touchdown. All preseason. Keep in mind he had that 30-yard run as well. What to expect out of this one? Nick Foles, Andy Dalton. They all got a little bit of playing time. But none better than what old Justin Fields put out. Andy Dalton got that first set of reps, the first drive, the second drive in the first quarter. Justin Fields coming in the second quarter. That third quarter, Justin Fields as well. Start of the fourth quarter. Nick Foles came in towards the end of the fourth quarter. How to expect this game? First of all, the Bears minus 190 on the money line, minus 3.5. Minus 3.5 is minus 108. The line for the first half is the exact same. Bears laying 3.5 in the first half. Plus 3.5. Minus $1.15. First half total over 19.5. Full game total over 37. If we could get Justin Fields from the start of the first quarter till halftime, I'd say Bears first half. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Obviously, they'll probably start in the same order. Andy Dalton will come in for a couple reps. Fields will get the bulk of the playing time. The fact that the Bears are laying 3.5 in the first half, 3.5 for the full game, and they're laying more on the money line in the first half. Individual team totals, Bears sitting at 20. The Bills at 16.5. Keep in mind, the Bears put up 20 against Miami. Joe says Dalton going to get 2 drives. Agreed. Foles will get that last 5 to 7, 8 minutes maybe. We'll see a lot of Justin Fields again. Shane says he's got the Bills at plus 4.5. That's a good number. Right now, currently, the Bills are plus 3.5 at BetOnline. Plus 165 on the money line. You know, I think the Bears walk away with a win, but I can't touch it. I just can't. I'm trying to find every avenue to bet this game because it is an early game. If the Bears were not laying as much in the first half, if they were laying 2.5 or minus 160 or less on the money line, I would probably take them. Now, this game's starting right now, so no real opinion on it. Other than Justin Fields will probably have a good showing preseason, obviously. But I'm going to steer clear of that one. It just went to 4 right now for the game. 4 for the game. I do kind of lean towards the Bears team total over 20. But that's what I do lean towards. I'm going to steer clear of this one. I might, if they have any live wagers on it, maybe we'll have a good opportunity for a live wager. Other than that, going to steer clear of it. Jets and the Packers. You know, Jets and the Packers, what to expect out of this one. Jets 12-7 win over the Giants. I don't expect much out of the Packers. If I was going to do anything, and this is scary here. If I was going to do anything, it would probably be the Jets money line. But again, you ain't going to find me betting them. I learned my fucking lesson last year, but this is preseason. So I might, if you made me choose, I would take the Jets. Preseason, and that's it. Falcons and the Dolphins. Falcons and the Dolphins. I do lean towards Atlanta catching 6. And we're going to roll through this quickly. And by the way, when I give out an opinion preseason, I'm generally not betting it. I use the preseason for what's going to happen later in the regular season, all right? So if I give you a play, I'll let you know if I'm going to be betting it. But statistically, more of a watcher than a bettor when it comes to preseason of any sports. Now, the Ravens and the Panthers. The Ravens last night were minus 170 on the money line. Looking for their 19th straight preseason win. Gave it out in the daily free play video yesterday. That line has moved. They're now minus 205 on the money line. I'm not laying any points on the Ravens, but I already bet it at minus 170. All right, already bet the Ravens minus 170 on the money line last night when I gave out the free play in the video. Ravens win against the Panthers. Lions and the Steelers. Steelers putting up some points. Steelers laying 6.5. Not going to touch that, but I do like the Steelers over 21 points. I do like their team total over 21. I do like the Steelers team total over 21. Titans and the Bucks. This is a pick'em. I like the under. Jets, baby. I do like the under 35 in the Titans and the Bucks game. Preseason, I'm just not sure who can damn score in this game. Texans and the Cowgirls, believe it or not, I like the Texans. I do like the Texans catching 3.5. Colts and the Vikings. I like the Colts plus 2.5. Minus 108. I think that one will be close. Raiders and the Rams. I like the over 33. This game is in LA. Actually over 33.5. One of the lower totals, by the way. By the way, if you're not on Guaranteed Saturday, just going to let you know you're missing out. You are flat out missing out if you're not on Guaranteed Saturday. So don't miss out. Moving right along and just flying down the list. Broncos and the Seahawks. The old Broncos and the Seahawks. You know, old Bridgewater went 7 of 8 for 74 yards and a passing touchdown. Drew Lock went 5 of 7 for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ripon went 2 of 7. I gotta say, Broncos, baby. I gotta say, Broncos. I think Broncos over 21. I do lean towards the Broncos laying 4.5, but I actually really like the Broncos team total over 21. I know it's against Seattle. We all know how stingy they are. Raiders put up 20 against them. I think the Broncos score at least 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. I think we're looking at least a push or better. I think we're looking at least a push or better in this situation. So that's what I like. That is what I like in the NFL. I'm really excited, guys. We get 2 games tomorrow. We get Monday Night Football, Jags and the Saints. Obviously preseason, but Texan FC to see if he's ready. By the way, if you're not on the UFC today, you're going to miss out as well. 3 days of premium plays, just $99. 3 days of my personal plays, $99. The soccer, buy 3 days, get 3 days free. All of that good stuff. And it really is going to be a good day. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. And then we're going to call up Ol FC. All right. So, let's get ready to have some fun. We do have to take a snozz-blowing break so I can blow my nose here and it not be in your guys' ear or in your face. So we'll see you guys in 12 seconds.
Girl, you're so fine and you're all mine. I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
Boom, we're back. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Ready to harass FC. By the way, we do have 2 CFL plays today, and we're undefeated in the CFL. What is that, 7-0 now? 7-0. Frozen screen. All right. We'll get that fixed. And we'll call up Bowl FC. See if we can have some fun. By any chance, is the board working? Nope. Alrighty, so let's get ready to have some fun. We're going to be calling him here in just a minute. See what kind of fun we can have. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's call his ugly ass. Hold on. Had to hang up on him. It's not connected. Do. Let's connect to the old Roadcaster. Gotta wait for the phone to connect, so that way you guys could hear him. All right, here we go. Without further ado, let's call his ugly mug up.
Hello, you there?
Dr. Nine Fingers. Everybody, by the way, we're on live. Everybody give a warm welcome for Dr. 9.5 Fingers. There's a big story behind it. A lot of you guys
I have
know.
10 fingers, by the way.
But again, everybody welcome Dr. Nine Fingers, who's coming off a flipping monster of a night last night in Bellator, including a Max Fight Pick winner, which, by the way, he has never, ever lost for you guys. Warm welcome for Dr. FC. And yes, he is a doctor and a lawyer, so be careful what you say about him, or he might sue your ass. Doctor, what is going on? Where are you? What are you doing? What'd you eat for breakfast? Oh, wait, it's lunch. No, it's breakfast time. What'd you have for breakfast today? That's what we want to know. What does a winner like you have for breakfast?
Nothing. I
No,
work
don't lie to me.
nonstop.
You had ham. You probably had some
No.
chorizo. You're only like 280.
Yeah, I am like, well, maybe like 290 now.
290 now.
But I'm like,
You put on that
I'm sitting
COVID
at
50.
I'm sitting at 6'4", so come on.
But what did you have for breakfast? And don't tell us grapefruit, all right?
No. Honestly, I didn't have anything. I watched as fighters ate and walked around and got to see what they're eating, make sure that the ones we're betting on are eating healthy, and make sure that everything is going well for this card. Yeah, no, we did well. Bellator was good to us. I promised you guys an amazing card. Everyone, I told you, make sure you buy it. This is the one you want to buy. And we did well. I still walk away pissed because we should have gone undefeated. We should have gone something like 12-0. But in the main event, what happens? The guy's rocking Congo the whole time and decides, you know what? This guy has no power. Squares his shoulders up. And I'm like, I'm just baffled, and then gets hit. And with 1 second left, boom, and there you go. The 11-1 ends up happening. But like you had said, I mean, we hit on so many earlier on the night that it was amazing. I mean, I even had in there a plus 215 that hit. It was a big underdog. We hit our dog of the night. And that's the thing with these cards. If I miss one, even if it's the dog of the night, I get upset. Sometimes we have 9 dogs. It's just there's a process to picking everything. And yesterday, I have to apologize to everyone because you caught me off guard. I was at the weigh-ins, and I have a lunatic who's waving an American flag nearly hit me in the head while I'm running by him in order to get to the back room. to talk to you guys. So I was a little rushed. I was a little all over the place. Had to secure a quick room. So first, I got to apologize for that. But yeah, we only missed out on one. That still upsets me. I always want to go completely. I want to go undefeated when it comes to these cards. We put so much work into it, so much time, so much air miles, so many drives, so much that just one loss, even though everyone's excited, everyone loves it, I still walk away pissed. So
absolutely. I mean, it sucks losing. Doesn't matter if you lose 10 or you lose 1. If you lose a damn dollar, it sucks. And it doesn't matter even if you won the first 11. Losing that final one, that sweep is sometimes the hardest thing to do. And when you have a card, you know, especially MMA, where a slip, stepping on the banana peel, getting caught, you know, an injury, you know, so many things and so many variables that could affect your outcome of a night. But the fact that you had a sweep going until that last fight where, I'm going to be honest, he ain't no Russian. Tell me he's like Ukrainian or something.
No, he's actually, what's crazy about him is he's a master of sport in boxing and doesn't get knocked out a lot. He does get submitted, as you can see. 1 second left on the clock. All he had to do was wait out that 1 second. He wasn't out. We saw in our max fight pick, the guy went out completely. He was fighting the choke to the last second, and then boom, it was over. Ref didn't even know it was over. He couldn't even get up. Our guy, actually, I talked to our guy. He said he woke him up when he pushed him off at the end of the round to go to his corner, and he was completely out. He woke him up when he pushed him, and then that's when he ran to the fence, and the ref called it off. So things happen. You know, what's crazy is you mentioned anything happen, and that's why I was telling you guys to get on this. I wanted everyone on this Bellator card because I knew it was just, we're going to knock it out. I just had this crazy feeling. The work was put in. I mean, so many miles traveled for that card, for this card, for the one coming up. I'm telling you guys, if you're not on long term, that was the goal. Get you guys solid wins and then get on with this long term, because no matter what happens, we always come away making money. I think I took a challenge one time. I took an account, I put $10 in it, and in a matter of 3.5 months, I cashed it out at $32,000. And it was like 32,360 or something like that.
I do remember.
And that's the kind of things that we strive for. That's the kind of information we put in. That's the kind of work we put in. But just like you said, anything can happen. If you look at this Vegas 34 card, right? Not to just speed over the Bellator card. Again, amazing wins. If you want to talk about any of those, let me know. But just looking at this card, for instance, we have Parker Porter versus Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman was fighting Andrei Arlovski in his last fight. I got a report from a friend of mine, a text that said Chase Sherman just blew out his ACL in the back, walking out to the fight. So that and he looked amazing the fight before. A lot of people were on Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman came out. He was a warrior. He said, you know what? Blowing out my ACL doesn't matter. I'm going to come out there. He still kicked with his leg. He got his leg kicked off. In round 2, I hear his corner say, I hear something from his corner saying, I'm done. I can't walk. And his corner's just willing him to win. And it's like, those are the kind of things that can happen. So what we provide you is just the best information out there. That's what we strive for. We give you the best. And even on a night where if we don't do well, I'm telling you, this is a long-term thing. Get on long-term. Get on now. Get on any package you can. It's inexpensive. We did that for a reason, so that we can bring more people on and change lives. That's part of the reason why I even joined Captors Direct, because I decided, and I told them I wouldn't join if we're going to go ahead and create packages that are crazy. You know, there's people out there charging $1,000 a month for UFC, and I didn't want to go down that path. And I'm just glad everyone respected my wishes, and even though Kyle had my back on all that, and it worked out well. And that's the thing. This is all about changing lives, making sure you guys make money every week, every weekend. And, you know, most cappers have 9 bets in a week. I have 12 in one night, and nights can be life-changing at times. So, you know, that's what we do. But again, Chase Sherman, Parker Porter, just looking at that fight, Chase Sherman's a warrior. None of this is scripted, so I don't know if Kyle even wanted to talk about this fight, but Chase.
What we want to know, because we don't have it forever, and we've got to get the show rolling. What we want to know, enough about last night. By the way, everybody, another round of applause. He went 11-1. If you read all the write-ups, there was extra write-ups. I like this guy by TKO or murder. I like the over in this one. I like the under in this one, even though it was a stay away. I read the write-ups. I bet them all. I know a lot of you guys did as well. So 11-1 in Bellator. Holy fucking shit. Round of applause for FC. Now what we really want to know, Doctor, we have the UFC, some more MMA action tonight. What can people expect on this card? I know you've got a max fight pick that you told me yesterday that you're absolutely in love with, that don't fuck around and not bet this one, and don't bet it small. You told me. You said you absolutely love it, and I know you can't give it away or which fight it is or any of that stuff, but what can we expect on this card? Give us that 2-minute pitch on why you love this card. Why
I'll tell you what.
Gonna love this card?
This is it's crazy. It's a sneaky card. Paulo Costa was supposed to fight in the main event versus Jared Cannonier. Paulo Costa has some contract issues that I'm helping him out with. But at the end of the day, Kelvin Gastelum stepped up. Everyone knows here, I've said it many times, that Kelvin Gastelum's a really great friend of mine. So I know everything about him. Texting him even up until like 3 a.m. So this fight. What's crazy about these Vegas cards is that a lot of times they can be better than a pay-per-view card. A lot of times they can deliver better than a pay-per-view card when it comes to finishes, when it comes to just amazing fights. And so I do expect this one has a ton of amazing fights. I think there's not a fighter that is over minus 200. So this is one of those cards where every fight is bettable almost. I mean, almost anything is bettable. Overs, unders, anything. It's crazy. And so one thing I will caution you with is if you're betting this one on your own without any help, just be careful, because there's a lot of people that they only bet favorites or they only bet underdogs. And this is the card where a lot of people are going to be left in the dust. This is not a card you should be betting by yourself. This is a card where you're going to want to jump on to our bets. And I'm telling you, jump on long term, because we have more to come. There's some exciting stuff coming up. But this max fight pick, I love this max fight pick. I don't hear anyone, for some odd reason, I don't hear anyone talking about the pick that we had. But the crazy thing about this card is we had 2 fights circled for the max fight pick. And when you buy the max fight pick, you'll see what I mean by I had 2 fights circled, and we decided to go with pushing the other one down on the card. And I give my reasons why and everything. But there's some fights on here that I'm uber confident in, and I would definitely jump on this card, just like Bellator last night. I'm telling you, jump on this card. We're gonna make some money, and let's keep rolling.
All right, so let's start talking a little bit about the card, because people are here because they want to hear your expert opinion. You gave them 2-0 yesterday. I know you already said, you told me, you called me last night and you said, if the viewers want something for free, you'll give them 1, but you ain't giving them any more than 1 today, because every single person here needs to get on your card. And I'm going to be honest, at a price of $29.99, that's highway robbery. This dude should be charging you a minimum of $100 for what he puts in. Like his entire package, there's got to be like a 4,000 word write-up in total. Like if you put all that in Word document, I bet the word count is got to be 4,000 or 5,000 words. His write-ups are huge, and they're so detailed and so much information that if you guys are not betting his card, you guys are flat out missing out. And at the price, and I'm going to be honest, we're not a cheap service. This is the cheapest thing that we sell, with the exception when we do a donation day for charity. So to be able to get his max fight pick for a measly $25, or that full fight card for $29.99, going to be honest, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. It's like a charity donation. This dude is doing it for peanuts because he likes helping you guys. I keep telling him he's fucking up, and he needs to start doing it for $100 at a minimum. $100 for the max, let alone $100 for the fight card or $200 for the fight card. You guys pay me $99 for 3 days for my personal plays. You guys pay $400 a week for system plays. This guy gives you 8, 10, 12 bets on a fight card with the most juiciest MMA write-ups that you'll find anywhere in the industry.
Yep.
The actual factual inside information. And he's only charging you guys $29.99. That's highway robbery if you ask me. So, show the man some love. And not just by a thank you. You want to really thank him? Go make sure you get that fight card tonight for a measly $29.99. But here's what I want to know. Dr.
Which fight are you looking at? Which fight are you liking?
Which fight am I liking? You know
Mm-hmm.
me. I don't. Do I follow the UFC? Yes. Am I a fan? Yes. Do I bet it? Yeah, but, occasionally I'll bet my own little hunch if you're not on something. I never bet against you. This one, I'm going to be honest, I haven't even looked at it with the exception of the bets that you put out, and I put in everything that you did. I followed along right to the T. I read the write-ups. I took some extra bets that you said that you liked. I put those in as well. And, you know me. Unless I actually get to pay attention to it, I ain't going to do anything on my own. I'm just going to follow the fucking man, and that's this guy that's on the other end of the phone. But what I want to talk about, that Roosevelt Roberts, and I want to talk about his fight.
Yeah, so Ignacio Bahamondes.
I know we got something on that fight card.
Yeah.
And
So I'll let you guys in on it now. So I promised that I would, and if people that have followed me, that I would never ever bet on Roosevelt Roberts ever again after his last just major disappointment. His last two fights.
Hold on. And by the way, that's why I'm bringing this up, because you said we would never, ever, ever again in your betting career. Well, you didn't say betting career. Bet on Roosevelt Roberts.
Yeah, but in all, MMA, the styles make fights, and in this fight, we have a little bit of a style clash. And Roosevelt Roberts, when I sat and spoke with him, he let me in on the fact that last fight he just didn't care what the other opponent brought. He just thought he was going to walk through him, didn't care. Now his back's up against the ropes. He's fighting for his career. He was touted as one of the best prospects, and we faded Roosevelt Roberts in his initial fight where he got dominated, where we had a huge, I think, 3-unit bet on like a plus 250 or something crazy. And yeah, he ended up losing that fight, but he bounced back and he showed that everything that Dana White saw in him was true. And then he goes on this crazy losing streak of he's 0-2 in his last two fights. And he was a huge favorite in each of those fights. And we had just very small bets, like 0.25, stuff like that. And I said, you know what? If he loses this one, I am done, because he should be dominating this fight. He let me know that he took it. He was just not mentally prepared for his last two fights. And so in this fight, he's going up against a guy in Ignacio Bahamondes who is actually really good. He's a very good striker, but this is a guy who fought a 35-year-old John McDessie and allowed himself to get completely outstruck. I will give Bahamondes this, is when I spoke with him right after that fight, actually, he was still a little bit shaken, and he didn't remember what happened after he got dropped by a jab. This is a guy who's a kickboxing champion from Chile. He's a great striker, and when it comes to grappling, he just doesn't have it. He's a guy who uses a lot of his length, he uses a lot of his power, forward movement. He likes to pressure, and he likes to apply that pressure. He's a guy he feels like he's up against the ropes as well. So this fight is a little bit there. But had Roosevelt Roberts not lost his last two fights, this would have been a bigger bet. And had I not said that I would never bet Roosevelt Roberts again, this would have been a bigger bet. And I think I even put that in the write-up, that Roosevelt Roberts should be favored. He should be favored probably at a minus 250 clip. But obviously, a lot of people have just written him off. This is a fight where I think we get kind of like a buy low spot. I think a lot of people are still burned by Roosevelt Roberts and won't go ahead and bet on him. But I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm here to make everyone money. And so even though I promised that I'll never bet him again, in this spot, he just has a huge grappling edge. He can get this fight to the ground. He will strike with Bahamondes, and it's going to be competitive while it's standing. If he decides to strike the whole time, which is not the game plan that he's bringing to the table, but let's say he were to do that, it's going to be a split decision one way or another. Both guys are going to get tagged. Both guys are going to get hurt. Both guys have the potential to do that. And Bahamondes, when he got rocked in that John McDuffie fight by the jab, he completely turned into a different fighter. He started to panic. And you begin to see where maybe when he was kickboxing, completely different rules set. There's no count here. You get dropped, you better get up and you better start fighting. He panicked. He didn't know what to do. And it showed me a lot when I spoke with him and he talked a little bit about it. But he's a little bit blind when it came to that fight. Even though he got dropped and I saw him panic, I was there. And he's still kind of in denial. He's like, oh, no, it's nothing. His father is his coach. His father jumped in right away. And my second language is English. My first language is Spanish. So I'm talking to these guys in Spanish. And it's like his father jumped in right away. I was like, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. We got dropped, yeah, but it didn't. He wasn't really hurt. Yeah, he was. I was there. The fight was almost over. So I don't like that mindset coming in. I love the mindset of Roosevelt Roberts. When I talked to him, he let me know, man, yeah, I dropped the ball. I didn't do well in my last two fights. I came in overconfident. Came in thinking I couldn't be touched. And I know now, in his last fight, he got rocked and then submitted, something that no one ever saw coming. And so in this fight, Roosevelt Roberts coming in here with the right mindset. He's got the grappling edge standing. It's pretty even. I expect Roosevelt Roberts to get a little bit of a shock from Bahamondes at first because I don't think his camp is preparing for the speed of Bahamondes. But the second it starts to go south for him in the first round, I mean, you're looking at he's going to try to tie him up. He's going to get him down. And, I mean, he could even get the submission in this fight. But I think Roosevelt, even inside the distance, I think I put it in there. Roosevelt by submission, Roosevelt inside the distance. Those are small wagers that I'm betting. But I think Roosevelt Roberts, while he's like, I think we put it out like minus 145. He should be a fighter that should be favored at a minus 250 against a fighter like this. So, I mean, that's the best I can do in letting you guys in on that one. And I mean, good luck. I think we're going to do well. This card is set up well. It's really good for us. So I think this is going to be one you're going to want to buy. And again, yesterday was amazing, and it should have been a catalyst for you guys buying long-term packages, and still buying a long-term package and then going ahead and cashing out and making money off that one, and then rolling even more money into this week and the following. So Roosevelt Roberts is going to get our take. I think he could get the submission. I think he could win inside the distance. You never know. Submission things are tricky. Like, I won't give away Marco Madsen's game plan necessarily, but, in that fight, there's a possibility for a submission on one of those sides, right? And it's tricky because if a fighter looks at me and tells me, yeah, this is a submission and this is how I'm going to do it, I will go ahead and put the submission prop up there. If a fighter tells me, yeah, man, I'm going to submit him, this is what I'm working on, but doesn't give me any specifics, a fighter could knock a person down, lock up submission, and to be over. But a fighter can also knock a person down, grab their back, have their neck exposed, and decide, well, you know what? I'm going to ground and pound this one out. The guy's flattened out. And so you kind of want to be careful to how much exposure you have on a very specific thing. If I put it out there, that's when you do it. But a lot of times you can go ahead and put a double bet in. You could do by submission. You can do inside the distance. And if the submission doesn't happen, you still cover yourself because both are sitting at plus money. Yesterday, we had Marcelo Gome. I put on there, hey, look, he's going to do this by either TKO, KO, submission, or by murder. If we could have had the murder prop, I would have put it out there because it's just he came out there and did it. And if you bet on inside the distance, if you bet on by KO, if you bet on by submission, even though he didn't get the submission, he won. If the under hit, like I said in that, he won inside the distance, which was at plus money, and at one point, and then he won by TKO. Even though you out of all those bets, you might have lost the submission prop, you still cashed in crazy. So when you
did phenomenal, and you guys, if you've never bet an MMA fight, if you guys don't follow UFC, you don't have to understand a single thing to bet it. He takes you by your hand, like you're a 3-year-old. Basically, short of walking you to the actual betting window or putting the bet in for you, he tells you exactly how the fight's going to go down. He tells you exactly what to bet. And he's basically putting gold on a silver platter and putting it in front of you. But since you already gave away the Roosevelt-Roberts fight, what else I want to talk about, and one of our viewers, Pac, actually asked this as well, and it was actually next on my agenda, is that Malecki and Nunes fight. Now, I know what you put out in there, and I don't know how much you want to tell or what you want to give away in that one, because obviously, you're doing this so that people buy the card, not so you can give it away. I mean, last week you were insane with Bellator. You gave them like 4 or 5 or 6 free plays, and they all hit. Yesterday you gave them 2. What do people need to know about this fight right here? Now, first of all, I don't know if you've seen the updated lines, but the Nunes is plus 129. Malecki is minus $1.49. To go the distance is minus $1.40. The over 2.5 is minus $1.55 as well. So, what do you got in this one? How do you see it?
Yeah, this is one of those weird fights because in women's MMA, you normally see a very chalk line when it comes to fight goes the distance, when it comes to the over 2.5, because in women's MMA, there's not a ton of finishes. Well, in this fight, there's a big potential for a finish. Bam Malecki she's amazing with the stand-up, but there's some flaws there. She's used to bigger gloves. She's used to kickboxing, and there's holes there to be exploited. In her last fight, she got hit a ton. She got hit more than I would like her to get hit. Even though she has technique, she likes to move forward. And when she does that, she leaves her chin up in the air. If she gets hit with something, she wants to get it back. Now, Josiane Nunes I saw her fight in Brazil 2 times, I think, in total. But she was fighting girls that were like 0-2, 0-4. She's sort of in the Brazilian scene when there's these managers that they put fighters up against cans and they try to build a record of like 15-0 in order for them to jump in the UFC. And I sort of I've seen her go down that path. This is going to be a little bit of a freak show of a fight. This is a fight where Bam Malecki is like, I think when I saw her, it was like 8 inches taller than Nunes, and it's like
freak show.
It was. Yeah, exactly. And I even think if you look at Twitter, there are a bunch of memes on how these fighters look and stacked up against each other. So a lot of things are going to be open for Malecki. A lot of things she does well. Her elbows, her knee game is amazing. She's not going to that knee is not going to have to travel very far to hit Nunes right in the jaw. But Nunes is one of these girls. She's this Jessica Andrade type. She likes to swing with these huge bombs, and Bam Malecki's there to get hit. And I could either see Nunes hitting her with this big shot, rocking her, dropping her, or I can see Bam Malecki knocking her out with a knee, rocking her, dropping her. There's a lot there. When I spoke with Malecki, I let her know, like, hey, there's a big avenue for you to grab a submission victory here. And she knew it, but that's not her style. She even let me know that's not what I do. But if she were smart, she would take Nunes down and control this fight, and she would end up locking up a submission because there's a lot of things that I don't like from the game of Nunes. So I think Malecki ends up winning this fight, but I think one of my favorite plays is that the fight doesn't go the distance. When we were looking at it, I think it was like plus 120 at that time. And I think some people have seen what I've seen. Nunes, the way she wins, Nunes, the way she wins these fights is a lot of times she's losing, even against cans, until the can wears out. And once the can is done, any fighter can get knocked out the minute their hands drop and they're tired. It doesn't matter. You can have the most solid chin in the world. You start to get hit when you're tired. You start to get rocked, and you'll see a fighter completely shut down. That's when you see them go to their face and to the ground and shell up. And a lot of times refs will jump in at that moment. So I do like that this fight doesn't go the distance. I did like the under. I do like Bam Malecki. I think she comes out here and tries to put on a show, but I think the under cashes even if she gets hit by something huge by Nunes. She's that winging striker, and she's going to be on the back foot. And I just think there's potential here for both fighters to finish it. Weird that we're getting a women's fight that a lot of people are seeing inside the distance, but I'm one of those people that see it. I do favor the volume of Malecki, and I do favor her knees and her elbows and her game plan for this fight. I mean, she can come out here and crush this girl in the first round if she wanted to. She has that kind of power. She has that kind of technique. I know a lot of people shit on her power, but I don't. I've seen her hit pads. I've seen her hit people. She can hit hard. She hits very hard with her knees and her elbows. And being that that's the path of victory she's choosing, that means that she's going to be hitting this girl with the hardest weapons she has. So I like Bamalecki. She was almost a bet, but I pulled back because, talking to Nunes' his manager, he gave me a little bit indication of what they're going to do, and they're going to try to brawl. They're going to try to suck Malecki into a brawl, and that's something she could be sucked into. So if they're going to just bite down their mouthpiece, take their chances, and swing, and there's a great potential for her to get clipped with something big, and for her to get dropped herself. And Nunes is not opposed to rocking Malecki and then going for a submission. She has a submission game. So, yeah, I see the fight doesn't go the distance as the better play on that, but it's going to be a freak show, man. When you guys watch this, it's going to be crazy. You're going to see Malecki just move forward. She's going to eat shots, and eventually something is going to land from one of these two girls.
Well, you guys heard it. Just so you guys know, the under 2.5 rounds is plus money at plus 125. Goes the distance, no, which would get you an extra 2.5 rounds of time, is still plus money at plus $1.10. 15 cents difference for an extra 2.5 minutes. I'm a betting man. I would take the extra 2.5 minutes and forego the extra, 15 cents juice at the plus money. But again, FC, thank you for taking the time out of your very busy morning. I know you're still doing stuff over there with some of the fighters and all of that stuff. We do thank you for coming and joining us. Win, lose, or draw, especially if you lose, I'm going to call you tomorrow and make you come answer to everybody. That way I don't have to
I'm okay
do
with
it. Win, we'll
yeah,
bring you on anyways. We'll bug you early in the morning tomorrow. And
yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But one thing I will say is that exactly what you just said, and we saw it yesterday. A fighter got a submission with 1 second left on the clock. Those things can happen. Those things do happen. I know the statistics show that you should, if you're going to bet that it doesn't go to decision, you might as well just bet the under or the over, depending on which way you're feeling it there. If you're going to bet the over 2.5, you might as well just bet goes the distance. If you're going to bet the under, the fight doesn't go the distance, just bet the under 2.5. There's a lot of numerical data that not only shows that, yes, that will win you money in the long term, that will provide good value for you. But at the end of the day, when we put out there that a fight doesn't go the distance, it's because someone does have a chance to win in the last second of the last round, which it didn't happen necessarily exactly like that yesterday. But look at Chet Congo, got a submission with 1 second left. There's fighters that get a submission, get a knockout with 1 second left. There's fighters that they hit them and the bell rings, and you think it's over. You think, oh, went to a decision. No, the ref calls it off and says that they got it in that last second. So the rules in different states vary. And when I put things out there, it's because we read those rules depending on the state, and we know exactly what the rules are. And so there's a reason why we do things like that.
Well, we do appreciate all the time. Everybody in the comment section is saying thank you to you as well, especially Pac. That was actually a question he had. He's actually on your fight card as well as your max fight pick, and he said, he loves hearing your opinion, and you being able to talk about it is just a bonus. So we do thank you for your time, and as always, we'll bring you back on tomorrow. But again, thanks for the love, and glad to have you on board, and with the live shows, the regular live shows now. But good luck tonight. And let's make a boatload of money for you, me, as well as everybody else. And again, thanks for coming on board. Big round of applause for Dr. FC. Thank you, sir. And we will chat with you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
You got it.
Good luck. All right.
There you have it. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Dr. FC. Taking the time out of his busy day to come join us. and play online with us and chat with you guys and answer questions. So always glad to have him on board, and going to continue to be a great time. So with that being said, we put out some good stuff. Primetime Yoke says game of the week. Game of the week was a winner yesterday. Game of the week was a winner yesterday. So I don't know what for game of the week means. Because it was a winner. And again, if you're not on FC's Max or the Fight card, make sure you guys get on it. If you're not on Guaranteed Saturday, get on it. Mario, what's going on, sir? How are you? Hopefully you're doing well, but we put out some great stuff during the live show, some strikeout props, some free plays. Garrett Cole, a little suspect on the strikeouts, though. Joe, he's been in the MMA industry representing fighters. He works and does work for the UFC. He's connected on the inside. By the way, Dr. FC's texting me saying he had a great time. So, all right, guys, time to run. Enjoy your day. Oregon, if you don't know what the free play was for the UFC, hit the rewind button. All right, I'm not here to give a recap. We've already been live for well over 2 hours. 2 hours and 11 minutes anyways. All right, guys, I am out. Enjoy your day. Please, as always, wager responsibly. We'll be live tomorrow. Back at it early in the morning. Yankees up 1-0. Rays slaughtering the White Sox. Up 4-0 early in that game. And threatening more. Right, actually, it's end of the second right now. Up 4-0. So let's all have a great day. We got NFL rolling. We got soccer rolling. The Bills slaughtering the Bears. Oh, my. Right, Omar? Joe Free, make them watch the show. All right, folks, time to run. And enjoy your day. And please, when you are wagering, doesn't matter if it's on mine, somebody else's, yours, you're flipping a coin, throwing shit up against the wall, hoping it sticks. Do it responsibly. Bet it within your means, not over your head. All right, guys, good luck, and we'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. On your way out the door, please do hit the thumbs up button.